Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Bolton Fan TV podcast. I know it's been a couple of weeks, but I think we just needed a little break, to be honest. But yeah, now the episodes will be back weekly, hopefully. Um, we're actually recording this on a different day, so it already feels more weird. Um, we're currently recording this on a Thursday, and we usually do Friday. But yeah, we're here. I've kind of forgotten to do this. I'm not going to lie. A lot's happened in the 2 weeks that we haven't done a pod, so this is going to be a kind of catch-up episode as well as previewing things and yeah. There's a few stories I think. One major one that I'm sure everybody's heard of. Um, but yeah, we'll start off with like the whole catching up. Um, so now I'm going to hand over to Tyler, which, by the way, Tyler's here as well. I forgot to mention that.
Oh,
But yeah, um, I don't really remember what's happened in the past 2 weeks. I can't lie. I do and
yeah.
I don't.
Before we get into the main stuff, we have played 5 games in the 2 weeks, and we've had some wins, some draws, and a loss. So we won against Forest Green, drew against Colchester. This is the game I'm not happy about because we were all over Newport and we lost 1-0, and we didn't take our chances. We got a 2-1 win against Harrogate, and then a 1-0 against Salford.
Still decent.
So,
we can't complain, really.
as the table stands, first is Cheltenham on 72 points. Second, Cambridge 71.
Come on.
Bolton 70 points.
4 points clear on
Fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth. It's not Tranmere who's fourth.
Unlucky.
Morecambe are on 66 points in fourth. And Tranmere are sat in fifth with 65 points. So basically, we've got a 5-point gap on fifth, a 4-point off fourth. We're 1 point off second, 2 points off first. Who actually, Cheltenham play their game in hand tomorrow against Crawley.
So if they lose, I'm not saying, but like, pretty big opportunity in it.
Yeah, if they lose, Cambridge lose, and we win, that top spot could be ours, just saying.
I mean, listen, I said this to you, what was it, a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll be honest, this is where me and Tyler kind of do disagree a little bit. I personally would be happy if we just settled for third. Or to be honest, I'd rather push second, just so then, if let's say we do lose a game like the who was it we lost to?
Newport.
Newport. But yeah, so like if we have another game like that, at least then we won't drop straight down into playoffs. But yeah, see, for me, I just think it would be Bolton's luck if we tried to push top and then we fall back into playoffs, and then it's just the whole situation that could have been avoided. But I mean, I don't know. As long as we go up, that's the main thing, that's. I mean, I'm already happy with this season, if I'm completely honest. I've said it before. This is some of the best football I've seen Bolton Wanderers play since we were in League One in like what 2016, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm delighted with it.
When he says we disagree, I want us that title. I want to get Bolton that, and not me personally, but I want that title to be Bolton's.
I mean, obviously, I'm not going to complain if that happens. I'm just saying I would rather, know that we guarantee promotion and not screw it for ourselves. Because let's be honest, Bolton as a football club has a bit of a reputation for bottling certain things. Not like cup finals and stuff, but, just getting ourselves into positions that could have easily been avoided. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd still be gassed, don't get me wrong, if we somehow did push first and get it. Amazing. But realistically,
Yeah.
I'm happy with second or third. At least we go up. That's still a win in my eyes, you know?
I've gone on a bit of a long shot here, and I've predicted the next 5 Bolton games already.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. People might think, oh, why is he predicting them too early? Well,
I think
I'm doing it.
We'll leave that towards the end of the podcast then, because that's obviously when we'll do the stuff. So
Right. So the main talking point, which hopefully everyone's heard about, Marcus Maddison.
I'm good, you know. I actually am.
Big respect to the guy. Just saying, big respect on why he's done it.
Also, a massive middle finger to everyone that's saying thank God he's gone. Massive middle finger to you all, because realistically,
I messaged one of them.
I mean,
one of them messaged me.
Listen, if somebody's listening to this, okay, I know there'll be a few people that probably didn't read the article and whatever, and didn't know the reasons why he'd left. Which, okay, it's a bit ignorant, but I mean, I didn't read it, so. But I mean, yeah. So I understand, mistakes can happen. I get that, but there was genuinely some people that just were, basically crapping on him for no apparent reason. I mean, Maddison's not had it easy at Bolton, because of the standard everybody's holding him to. He's not quite hit that standard, and now I think we've kind of had a reason why. But yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, Marcus Maddison has left Bolton Wanderers. He's gone back to Charlton. Still unclear what's going to happen, but basically, there's so many factors. His mental health was a key factor.
I do have his quote here, which I'll say in a minute once you've finished.
And then, obviously, then being away from his family as well, And to be honest, me and Tyler brought this one up like a while ago. The fact that he couldn't find a house in Bolton, so he was living in the hotel. Like,
that's when we started to think, is his mental health?
He's very isolated in that environment. I mean, I'll be honest. I think if he didn't have his PlayStation and playing Warzone, I think it could have been worse. I'll be honest. But I mean, yeah, obviously massive props to the guy for actually, putting himself first, because I'll be honest, I think he could have done this 3 weeks ago. But I mean, the fact that he's now only just decided that, this probably isn't for me, I respect it, because he's given it time. And I do respect that. And also, as well, massive props to the way Bolton have handled it. I saw a lot of praise for the football club, and obviously it's very well deserved. Ian Everett has basically said that Maddison can call him anytime, even if he's not managing him. Massive props, and just the fact that Bolton haven't almost like tried to make him stay, because I think that would have been a lot worse for him. If like the board had just gone. Now, obviously, Sharon Britton would not do that, because she just is one of the nicest people in the world. But
massive respect.
If she had for some reason have said, I mean, can you not kind of work it out almost, and or just like, just give it a couple more weeks, I'm glad they didn't do that, because I think that shows that they are genuinely, like, they do care about the players, and they're not just there to do a job. Which, like we both said, massive respect, because I mean, mental health is one of the things that has had a massive uprise, which it's a bad thing, obviously, if you are suffering from mental health, and if you are in a bad place, obviously we encourage you to speak out and speak to someone, and don't ever feel like you're a burden, because realistically, you might think that people don't want to hear it. People do want to hear it. At the end of the day, we all suffer from some sort of mental health issue, some sort, regardless. Obviously, there's different levels to it. But yeah, I mean, we've all been, especially during, what we on, like lockdown 3, like, it's very key to talk about it, and don't ever feel like you're putting, or boring someone, because you're not. But yeah, speak out. And obviously, all the best to Marcus Maddison. It's unclear what he's decided to do yet, but I think he is contemplating whether to retire or not. I hope he doesn't, because he is a very good player, and I do honestly think he could end up in the Premier League one day. But obviously, only he knows when it's right. So yeah, massive props to the guy as well for still putting in maximum effort.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he did even say, didn't he? Like, I think he mentioned, I don't know, it might be in the quote you've got, but he did mention how the fans have pushed him a little bit, which I'm not surprised that that's had a effect on him, because realistically, there was literally zero reason for everybody to be giving him criticism. Like, yeah, okay, he was this, championship player. Everyone was gassed when we got him and expected him to, do well. But at the end of the day, it is League Two. It's still different. I think I've said this in a different podcast. Like, the Premier League's different from the Championship. The Championship is different to League One. League One is different to League Two. Regardless of how they're actually ranked, so Premier League being the best and League Two supposedly being the worst, different levels of competitiveness. So, I don't know if he had adjusted to it necessarily, but again, just massive props. And yeah, I mean, anyone that is giving him grief or whatever, screw you, because at the end of the day, he still gave his all for this team, and he has definitely helped us. I'd say, he's commanded that midfield quite a lot. When he did play, and still showing up to training. Like, in training, he still looked quite happy, and he kind of kept to himself by the looks of it. But he was still he was still giving his all, which obviously, again, massive respect. It is much appreciated. But yeah.
Right. I have his quote here. It almost got me into tears the way he says this, because it is deep what he says.
Is it from his Instagram? Or was it?
Yeah. Right. I'm quoting this. This is from Marcus Maddison himself. Well, the football industry has eventually broke me. All the abuse, pressures, and monotony of the last 2 years has just got me. I've tried to fit in and be happy, but if I can't be happy in a winning team fighting for promotion, it's clearly something deeper. I'm returning home to think if I do want to play football anymore, as it just doesn't bring me joy at all. I can't thank Ian Evatt enough for understanding, and I wish Bolton all the best for the final run-in. Massive respect to what he's saying. Yeah, as you can tell, it is getting to me already.
It is some people will look at this and kind of brush it off almost. And but I mean, just I don't know, it's hard to put into words, because obviously Madison's not been here a long time, really. And just to hear him even contemplating sacking off football completely, I mean, just the fact as well he's mentioned all the abuse as well, because like we've just said, me and Tyler have been a massive fan of Maddison since he signed. Like, I didn't know him before Bolton, but I mean, since he's been here, I mean, I could not have asked for more from him, really, because, okay, yes, again, goals and assists, but that's not what it's about, The key message that has come out of this, though, is that, it's more than just football, because at the end of the day, we are all human, all the players, yes, okay, they've got a job to do, but they're still human beings. And yeah, I mean, again, I can't say this enough, but massive respect to the guy. I hope he figures out what he wants to do, and if that's leave football, I hope he enjoys that, and I wish him well. Yeah, I mean, like Tyler said, it is moving. just because he is such a talented player, and to hear that he's still getting abuse baffles me. But yeah,
Yeah, when he was saying if I can't be happy in a winning team fighting for promotion, it's clearly something deeper. That links to all the abuse. It's like just stick with a guy, man. Don't give him abuse.
no, obviously, me and Tyler have said this before. I think it was during the referee rant podcast we did, but you know, there's a difference between critiquing and abuse. You know, there is a clear difference. You know, critiquing is, you know, giving people feedback. You know, even if they don't see it. You know, that like on this podcast, we've been critical of, for example, Baptiste at the start of the season. We crapped on him. I'll be honest. We didn't abuse him. We were just kind of frustrated with him, and again, that's completely different. Um, but yeah, uh, I, I don't know. I don't understand why people were giving him such grief, to be honest. Um, and then over his headband as well. Like, it's just stupid stuff like that. Like, there's just no need for it. And, you know.
Just cause he got a Fendi hairband. Wow.
Yeah, like, so what? You know? But yeah, again, massive props. Hopefully he does figure out what he wants to do, and whether that's
Wish him all the
not,
best.
yeah, we
Wish him all the best.
But yeah.
Yeah. Moving on from that, Manager of the Month was won by Ian Evatt
Don't get me started.
for the 4th month of the season. He's won it 4 times in this season.
Mental.
Where's all the Ian Evatt outers now saying, oh, he's not a good manager? Shut up. He's proved it, hasn't he?
I mean, I'm going to go as far to say that Ian Evatt is probably our second best manager of all time. Or, like, behind Sam Allardyce. Let's be real. Like, nobody's got on... no Bolton manager has gone on an unbeaten run like Sam Allardyce is, other than Evatt, you know? Mental. I mean, you know, a lot of people as well, like, people are jumping the gun here, but I definitely think Evatt could get us back to the Championship, definitely, but I do think League One will be tough. I don't know if we'll go straight up next season, because obviously, you know, with player situations, stuff like that, but I don't know. But I do think at some point we will get back to the Championship with Evatt, for sure. And then some people have gone as far to say that he might be the one to get us back to the Premier League.
Oh, God.
I think that's jumping the gun massively. Obviously, I'd like to see that, but I don't think we will see that, to be honest. And
Imagine.
honestly, if we reach the Championship, in my eyes, that is the Premier League. Because the Premier League's just the same every year. It's kind of pointless. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know where else I was going with that. But...
Let's go on about the predictions then. Should we start off with the next game then? Grimsby Town. What are you saying?
Oh, God. See, it's one of them, because obviously Bolton have been playing very well, obviously, or else we wouldn't be sat third. But, you know, I don't know, because the thing is, right, we've had in fact, most of our games, you know, one of mine and Tyler's biggest criticisms over the past few weeks is we need to be
consistent.
More clinical. Yeah, well, I mean, we are consistent, I'd say, now. You know, we're constantly picking up points, bar the one loss we've had. But, you know, yeah, I mean, we just need to score more goals. If we do that, you know, we've got nothing to worry about. But instead, we kind of score one goal or go down by one and then kind of freak out almost. And then, you know, we kind of settle for the points or, you know, obviously, again, 3 points, massive. So, obviously, the last game, that honestly could have been 8-0. I'll be honest. It could have been 7-8, maybe even 9-0 that game. But instead, it was 1-0. Still massive 3
Yeah.
points.
Should have been 2, but the referee decided to give a free kick to Salford, where
that
Athlone
baffled me.
scored.
But yeah. As far as the Grimsby game, see, I hate giving the predictions because oh no. Realistically, it should be an easy game, but you know, if we don't take our chances, I can see it being another 1-0 or even a 1-1. I don't know. I'll go 2-0. Why not?
He's gone the same as me.
I don't know. I just think.
But is our goal scorer the same though?
I mean, probably. Doyle's in though, because again, it's a guarantee.
Yeah,
right
obviously
now.
Doyle.
I'm gonna say. See, I want to say Afolayan, but I mean, he's not. He's not scored yet. You know what? Sure, Doyle and Afolayan. Why not?
I've gone Doyle and Isgrove because Isgrove is a man on form.
To be honest,
Isgrove is a man on form.
Yeah, I mean, the whole of Bolton's on form right now, but obviously there are certain players that are. I wouldn't say carrying us because obviously every person's putting effort in, but there's some that are, you know, a lot further ahead than some of the others. So, for example, Doyle is up there, Isgrove's up there. I'd say Declan John's up there, Baptiste is up there, Santos is up there. You know, there's at least 5 people that are further ahead than most of the squad. But again, at the end of the day, we're winning, so it is what it is.
Yeah, this is where people give me stick for this now, or like at me for it, because I've already done my predictions already. So the next game after Grimsby is Carlisle. And I've gone for a win.
We should again easily win this.
Yeah.
Should is the key word.
I've kind of gone 3-0.
I don't know about that, lad. Not gonna lie. I don't know.
I'm actually regretting going to 3-0 there.
Wait, what was the score last time we played though?
1-0, I think, to us.
1-0. See, I always try and compare to like the previous results, but realistically, it means nothing. Like, you know, we've been. I don't know where I was going with that. I'll be honest, my brain's just completely gone there. But I will also say, I probably should have said this at the start. I did wake up about 20 minutes before we started recording, so my brain's a bit all over the place, but it's fine. Who were we talking about? Carlisle, that's the one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, we should win it, but I don't know because the Colchester game sticks out to me massively because Colchester's a team
that you look at.
Yeah, that you look at and you're like, again, that game we could have easily won it, but we just don't score. Apparently, we do and we don't. It's weird. Obviously we do score because we're winning, but we also are not scoring as many goals as we should be, which is, well, annoying to be quite honest. I think Doyle missed an absolute sitter last game, and that was kind of stress. Yeah, I don't know. We just need to be. I mean, we need to score more goals. We need to be scoring 3 goals a game minimum, I'd say, because we have the chances. We have sometimes easy chances, and we just don't take them. But yeah, as far as the Carlisle game, I think I'll go 2-0 again. I don't know. In my head, that's safe. Like, it's like, okay, 2-0. Like, even if it's 1-0, it's like, okay, you know. I don't know. In my head, it's safe. I'll go Doyle for the double against Carlisle.
Yeah, I'm literally shaking with this one because it's Morecambe.
Oh Christ!
And I've gone 2-2 because it'll be a KGFO. I've gone 2-2.
I don't know if it. Honestly, I think for me that I don't see it being a 2-2. I think if we're gonna draw it, it'll either be 0-0 or 1-1. Personally, just because again we don't take our chances. And did we beat Morecambe last time?
No, we drew when Maddison got sent off.
I'm gonna go 1-1 for that. I think we'll both score a goal, but then I honestly I reckon it'll be a boring game if I'm completely honest.
And then we've got Exeter City, which I've gone 2-0.
See, but I mean, aren't they like 5th,
Yeah.
6th, something like that?
They're 9th.
9th, never mind. I don't know because to be honest, I do think Exeter are an okay side. Can they beat us? Probably not. I think that one will be a 1-0. Again, pretty boring game. Not take our chances, I reckon.
And then the final game of the season, which if it comes down to the last game of the season,
I reckon it
the
could.
title.
I reckon it could. Because I mean, it's what? No, we're 3rd and we're 2 points off top. That's ridiculous.
Bolton Wanderers will be travelling to Crawley Town on the final game of the season.
Honestly, imagine the scenes if Mark Wright scores against us.
Imagine.
I don't think he plays, does he? I think he's made a couple of appearances, but he's been brought on as a...
He's on the bench.
Like, I'm not being funny, right? He's only been signed because of who he is. Let's be honest. Like, he's a publicity signing. Because everybody went mad. We're like, oh my God, why has Mark Wright become a professional footballer? What's going on? Obviously, he's decent in soccer, Ed. That doesn't mean that Ollie Murs should go and sign a professional contract, you know? Anyway, tangent, but yeah.
Yeah, I've gone for a 2-0 win. And I'm going to say Doyle's going to pick up the golden boot this season.
He is top scorer in the league right now, right? He's got to be.
No, Cambridge striker's got it.
Ooh. What was the score last time? We won, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we won.
I'll go for... I'm kind of having flashbacks to the Crawley game. I don't think they were that good against us. I think they were they were all right. I'm gonna go Saka. I'll back the boys. It's final game. They're gonna give it their all, aren't they? So I'm gonna go 3-0.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3-0. Oh yeah.
Is Doyle going to get the golden boot for you?
I don't know. I think it depends, doesn't it? Really, because I don't know how many of the Cambridge guys on. I assume you.
He's on 20.
Yeah, just waiting for that. So it depends. Can Doyle even? How many's Doyle on?
14.
I don't think it's possible then.
In 5.
Yeah, but especially if we don't, because don't forget he doesn't score every single game. So like, realistically, if you look at the next 5 games, he'll score in I think 4 of them.
If Cambridge don't score in the next 2 games, because they've got Newport and Leyton Orient, if they don't score in them and Doyle scores.
I mean, also as well, can I just go on a little rant? How the hell has Doyle not made it into the blooming team of the week? Can I just, that really, like, Baptiste made it in, which is fair enough. But where the hell's Doyle at? Like, past few weeks, Doyle has been bagging goals for fun. And he's not in the team of the week. I don't understand.
Can't wait to see who's going to be in the Week 2 team this season.
Oh, Christ. Bro, I'm not being funny, right? If Santos does not get one, or Baptiste, or Doyle, I will be fuming. I'll be completely honest. Yeah, well, sorry, massive. Yeah, that just came to my head then. It stressed me out. I literally looked at it and I'm like, right, Baptiste is in there. Where's Doyle? Like, but yeah, what were we talking about?
I don't even know.
I blacked out for a second. But yeah, another thing actually that's just popped into my head. We have been already linked with 2 players. I've forgotten the names, but
one's from King's Lynn and all.
Yeah,
you're on about
midfielder. I've completely forgotten the name, but we'll bring that up because why not? But I don't know. I don't think we need another midfielder, if I'm honest.
I would say get like a youngish attacking midfielder,
Well, yeah,
like
these two
like
are kind of young, I believe. I
like
don't
what we've
think.
got with Darcy. But
I think
I
one
might
20.
I might be going on a long shot here. Instead of putting Politic on the flanks, try him as a cam.
See, again, I'm skeptical with that because obviously at the start of the season, after the first couple of games, we did kind of. I think we mentioned it how Politic would fit into the side. I know he's injured, but honestly, I cannot wait to see Politic back on that pitch because it's kind of annoying that we're not going to get to see him in this specific team. You know, with people like Afolayan and Declan John. But I mean, because I think he'd just fit right in. I think he would be so good for this team, especially because he is a winger, in general. Because Afolayan's more of a striker, which is why Afolayan reminds me a lot of Mason Greenwood, if I'm honest. Because
Okay.
no, just the way he's being played as a winger, he's been technically played out of position, and he does cry. Yeah, he does cry. I don't think he cries, but he does try and cut in and shoot all the time rather than pass it. Obviously, me and you got a little bit frustrated while we were watching the game the other day.
He was a bit too greedy.
Like, obviously, I get it. He's a striker. That's wired in his head. So obviously, I understand it, but it is annoying. But no, I think if Shaffeline does keep up, I think he's got to get a goal by the end of the season. Surely, he's got. He deserves.
Imagine final game of the season. All the other teams have lost. Afolayan scores, wins this title.
That'd be scenes, but
give him a contract.
I mean, honestly, I'd give him a contract regardless. I think Everton wants.
I'd give Declan John one.
Because obviously we've done separate podcasts on this, but yeah, I mean, Afolayan I think would be massive in League One. I think
Declan John will be as well because he had experience as well.
Where are Swans in? They're in the Championship. Where are they in the?
Third in the Championship.
How do you know this? I don't understand. This is what I'm.
How do I know this?
For anyone that's confused on why I call him an encyclopedia, this is why. Why does he know where Swansea is in the table? I don't get it.
I'm not going to say who's first and second then.
But yeah, I mean, Declan John and Afolayan would be massive signings if we can get them permanently. Declan John, I don't know if we will, just because I think he could do it in the Premier League. So that just depends on Swansea at that point.
Yeah, it just depends if Swansea bottle it or not.
Yeah. But Afolayan, I don't think he's quite ready for Premier League yet. Obviously, I think he's played a Premier League game. He has scored in his first team debut. I remember that. But yeah, I don't think he's quite ready yet. But hopefully his confidence has gone up since being with us. So if he does go back to West Ham, I don't think he'll start for West Ham. But I mean, I think at best he'll probably get put in, FA Cup games. That'll be about it. Or maybe Europe with the way West Ham are going. Jesus, that's mad. But anyway.
Wingardinho.
Yeah, I know. You must be fuming at FPL then.
Shut up.
Anyway.
Yeah. Before we end, got to pay our respects to the Duke of Edinburgh. We did lose him as well.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, I don't know what to say on it because, I mean,
I think it's just become a shock to us all, that's why.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's baffling. It's almost out of nowhere, isn't it? I know he was ill, right, for a few months, I think. But I mean, it did kind of come out of nowhere, really.
99 years old. Jeez.
But yeah, obviously, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Obviously, also as well, actually, that's just reminded me, I did see a lot of people, because let's be honest, the nation's split 50-50 on the royal family, innit? So either you like them or you don't. But at the end of the day, somebody's died. Like, that doesn't mean just because they're royal family doesn't
Oh,
mean
someone else that died as well. Oh, what's his name?
just doesn't it doesn't mean you can, you know, brush them aside almost. So yeah, rest in peace.
I might be getting his name wrong, but I think he's called DMX.
Yeah, the rapper.
Yeah.
That shocked
Yeah.
me. 2020, 2021 have been crappy, to say the least.
Yeah.
Again, rest in peace. Yeah, I mean, mental. But yeah, thank you for listening, watching. Obviously, if you are on YouTube, then hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let us know your score predictions. And as always, join in the conversation. You know, let us know what you think on, you know, Bolton's recent form. Obviously, I don't think you're going to be annoyed at it. But yeah.
Let us know what you think about Maddison.
Yeah. And I've forgotten the second part of the outro. Spotify, that's the one. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I mean, you know the drill by now. We're on quite a few platforms. So yeah. But yeah, give us a 5-star rating. And I mean, yeah, I don't know what else you do on podcast. I've forgotten the outro, I'll be completely honest. But yeah, it might take me a couple of weeks to kind of get back into podcast mode, I'll be honest. But yeah, thank you all for watching and listening. And we will be back next Friday, hopefully. But yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully.
And yeah, goodbye.